咱们选择这个，迫不及待想开始学业。
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
哦，这个肯定是蛇院的选项了。野心、好奇、胆量。野心。
Is it ambition? I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
哦，这样就给我决定了，那就接受吧。咱们玩个蛇。
You belong in Slytherin.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
啊？取消了？
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new
韦
student
斯
to
莱
their
教授。
common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
渴望。
Very well. Aspiration.
哟，汤姆·里德尔，我是你的学长。
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
啊，去公共休息室啊，咱们来看看。哎，说实话，我觉得我这个选的搭配啊，真的越看越好看。他这个发型、脸型，
I suppose some introductions are in order.
是我喜欢的调调。你别说，我现实里面头发留长的话，我也要盘一个这样的发型。
Well, I
I suppose.
很有艺术气氛，艺术气质。
Can I help you?
塞巴斯蒂安·萨鲁，
You're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
挺刺激的。
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
你在看什么？
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
什么意思
Are？ you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
不可饶恕咒。
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
咱们肯定是要来一发阿瓦达肯达瓜的，要不然选蛇院干嘛？
If you do that, you'll lose. Trust me. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
没那个必要啊，这样选这个。
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
好像很了解巫师
Are
棋。
you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
再见。
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
They're hiding from us.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
这个人说话怎么不看人啊？
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
哦，懂了，可能是他眼睛看不见。
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
啊？这个人
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all
这个人
mine.
还挺嫌弃他的家族血统论。
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
哦，在这边等我。 哇，它这里的话很多都是电影里面没有的那些东西啊。
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide.
哦，还好。
It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
啊，跟着他。当然，这里的话有一个交互点，咱们来看看啊。哦，学院宝箱
I
放置东西
certainly
了。
would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
那当然，这里呢
Using，the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
这个现在不能交互，咱们直接过来吧。咱们还是看一下啊，仔细看一下周围的场景。刚刚跑的稍微有点快，毕竟这些的话是电影里面没有的细节。
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
哦，准确说是原著电影里面啊没有的细节，毕竟电影省时长嘛。哦，这个原型立线。哦，实战指南书页收集。水妖的雕像，这种拥有变形能力的水怪源自爱尔兰与大不列颠地区，通常会以长毛骏马的形象显在人们的面前。苏格兰的尼斯湖水怪是有史以来被人记录到的最大的水妖。哦，这就是水妖。然后按这个打开实战指南。哦，这样。巫师等级，从挑战中获得的经验值可以提升等级和战力。然后挑战。然后收集到第一份指南书页已经为你解锁了一份全新的挑战类别。哦，每个挑战拥有不同的成绩，完成每一层都会解锁特殊奖励，从外观到重要的强化道具。啊，然后装备外观奖励霍格沃兹王室眼镜，必须从挑战菜单中领取奖励啊。
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
哦，它这个门自动开，再来看看，可以。前期的话，咱们就慢慢走，多看一下。后期这些场景看得差不多之后啊，咱们就快速奔跑来完成任务。
Good timing.
哦，这是刚才看到的一个交互点，飞鹿之焰。哦，快速旅行。
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
打开地图，哦，按这个触摸板。哦，懂了。哦，绿色的代表已经发现的。 灰色的是没有解锁的。选择图书馆附近的这个飞燕点，这是我们的位置。然后这边，已经解锁了主厅的，然后的话我们可以飞这边。
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
直接这样过来啊
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both charms and defense against the dark arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
魔咒课的信息。
What will I learn in charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
黑魔法防御术。
Can you tell me
这一次的
more
老
about
师
the
是
Defense
谁？
Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense against the dark arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
流水的黑魔法防御术老师。
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
谢谢。
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
确实。
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
但是这个教授应该是好人啊，毕竟韦斯莱教授。
Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today.
Good
and
luck.
Remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
对了，我看有些观众说细节不是很好啊。这个游戏光做主线流程40个小时，如果要做全支线的话，80个小时的流程，这么长的时间，说实话，细节不细节的，我觉得无所谓了。 就怕眼都闭死嘛。
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
哦，打开这个，这个键打开。哦，不是这个键。地图追踪有可用任务。哦，这个呢是主线任务。某些任务将会被特定的咒语以及等级需求锁定。遇到这种情况，就需要先达到等级，然后或者学习所需的咒语啊，懂了。然后追踪任务，这样，行，看看这个飞来咒，先做这个吧。
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
行。欢迎来到霍格沃兹。然后的话，释放魔法罗盘。哦，这样。哦，行。然后跟着我们能不能直接传过去啊？支线任务现在可用。行，直接跑过去吧，也不远。哎，哦，这里，它这个开门有点延迟。哇，咱们看看这个场景啊。好，关闭。这个的话，我想想，哎，用这个，哎，飞龙喷泉，变形学院中的喷泉，顶部是飞龙盘踞的形象，这是学生休闲聚会的场所。哦。行，简单看一下，感兴趣呢暂停观看。很多文本呢咱们也不用练。它这个学校里面呢还有很多就是说可以收集的物品。诶，大橘可以燃猫。哎，等等，这猫不会是某个教授变的吧？应该是不是哦？应该是一个正常的猫，不是某个教授变的猫。要是某个教授变了猫，然后我抓它的肚子，可能就会有点那个啥。这边怎么来看看？有一些化石。哇，它这个场景做的。直接走上面吧。任务开始。
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, You may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso?
Levioso.
A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
哦，开始吧。Levioso。
Levioso.
Levioso。哦，这样发音才对。
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Levioso. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
哦，这来破盾。
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
哦，开始决斗了。
This should be easy.
Levioso. Good form. I know. For your first duel. Let's just say
Protego. All my students for this again. I do enjoy life.
哦，昏昏欲睡出发了，好像。
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
嗯。
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
好。
All right.
他这里的战斗的话，只是一个，就是说，熟悉招数的战斗啊。真正的战斗的话，还是比较考验操作的。甚至我看有评价说，在最高难度下面啊，战斗的话有点类似黑魂。但是这是我看别人说的。然后这次的话，咱们玩的难度比较低。
Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
哦，这个曾经参加过魔杖决斗。
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
听起来有点意思。
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library. You just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
教授在旁边。
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
你们这算是大师密谋吧？
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
哦，这就是另外一条线的任务。他应该没听见吧？大师密谋。然后咱们看看，往上面走。
How nice to see you, my young friend.
喂，喝一杯茶。跟着走这边，咱们先一个一个来，还要往上走。哎，这个盔甲动了一下是吧？它这里有一个篝火点，咱们解锁一下啊。它这个游戏呢，就是说偏向于角色养成和探索。哦，这个猫是什么品种的猫？像豹子一样。哦，咱们再接着往上面走。哇，它这个氛围真的好棒，有一种想入学的感觉，有没有？哟，这里，等等，男浴室还是女浴室？箱子开一下，里面有啥？这是厕所吧？哦，这谁在炼魔药啊？在厕所里面炼魔药？他这个能不能上厕所呢？就冲下水。行。飞哥教授的教室。啊，这边已经出发了，然后就在这里。哎，谁在说话？耶，这个箱子能不能打？不能打，还要接着往上。这边也是厕所，所以我们刚才跑进女厕所了。然后，我先看看这边啊，这边没路的话，我们就看一下地图，看看有没有什么东西能解锁。它有些东西的话，得自己慢慢发现。这边这个教室啥？飞格教授啊，安排一位新学生前来霍格沃兹，然后跟着，行。然后他这个任务点的话，还得接着往上走，走这边。场景的话都看一下。
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
开始。
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
好，新的魔咒，飞来咒。
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Whoa.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
这样上课了吗？羡慕了。
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Very good.
哦，掉下就不行。哦，这样来获得分数。
That's it. Splendid.
哎，好，50分。
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
哦，要开始切磋了。
You'll be the blues, just
我是篮球。
Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
哈哈。
Here we go.
掉下去，掉。是一个很强烈的敌人。
Accio.
哎，完美。
Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
哎，能不能把他的给推下去？
That is how it's done.
完美。
Quite impressive.
哎，等等，他的这个球我感觉我可以尝试一下，把他的给挤下去。毕竟这样的话顶多就打平，对吧？毕竟咱们是12院的。给我下去！哎，差一点。
A perfect score. Remarkable.
该再用点力了。召唤对决平局。
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
哦，加了一些新玩法。
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
哎，被碰到了，啊哈！那这一波的话，再看咱们的预判啊。哎，还下去了，下去可以掉分啊！牛逼！哎！哦，好难受啊！关键时刻没刹住车。对了，位置呢，我肯定是预判好了，这个不难。哎，没事，我最后再来个50分，我就赢了，优势在我。输了。哦，血压升高了。没事，优势在我，优势在我，优势在我。咱们最后一个至少来个50分嘛。哎，完了，被嘲讽了。
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Well done, well done, well done.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio.
Oh.
Took weeks for me to get
他练习了好几周
right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
能有个理解我的人真是太好了。
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred
想不到吧，我是故意输的，为了照顾同学的面子。
received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of
瓦加杜魔法学院
is the largest wizarding school in the world.
哦，比霍格沃兹还要大。
Bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains
明月
of
山
the
脉
Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
用的魔法和这里一样吗？
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
没有人用魔杖啊，这么神奇。
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants
这一
to
做的
talk
话
to
有没
you.
有接骨木魔
Better
杖啊
not？ keep him waiting.
整一个。
Until next time.
Of course, you can.
A word, if you would.
If you're so.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
可以对别人使用飞来咒。
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch, Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
所以咱们的话还是要尽量谦虚一点啊，虽然是12月呢，毕竟的话咱们是一个谦虚好学，然后那个友善，并且呢开发死亡圣器的好学生，对吧？这里这个
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
在这里的话，不能对这些场景东西使用飞来咒。不行。
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
过奖了。
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
行，然后的话咱们来看一下啊，这里呢有一个主线任务，然后这里的话是一些支线，好像。这里是那个刚刚我们解锁的那个火点，然后的话路径在这里，跟着的话我们传到这里再跑过去会近一些，穿梭。行，和韦斯莱教授在变形学校会面。猫，来 ride 一下。哇，它这里好多猫啊！然后咱们到这里啊，马上开始。